What do you get, ladies and gentlemen, Lycos here, and today's video is going to be a quick Dying Light new player guide. So here are a few tips that I've learned while playing the game. Number 1, there's not much need for farming XP in this game. Just make sure you're doing side activities while you're going through the main story, and you will get tons and tons of XP. Side activities like this one, where I'm taking out these 3 bandits, don't take much time at all, and they'll give you some good XP. Another thing that's awesome about doing these side activities, there are a lot of them that'll give you some really good gear as well. Here are a couple places on the map where I found some really good gear early on in the game. In this location, I found some really good valuables that you can sell. And I usually found a nice weapon here. This other location has a ton of chests that you can loot, and they always have really good gear, purple gear and artifact gear. Now earlier I said about not needing to farm to get XP, but one thing that you should farm for are the trophies. You're going to need quite a few trophies in order to upgrade different items, so if you run out in the nighttime and get a chase on the go, you can farm up the runners for a lot of trophies. So my basic strategy for that is very simple. You just run out around, get a couple howlers to start screaming at you, get a bunch of zombies to start chasing you, and then you want to be close to a safe area, so close to somewhere where there's a UV light, and hang out in the area where the UV light is so you can get in safety real quick, and just make sure that you're heading out and fighting the runners on a pretty regular basis so that you'll keep getting your chase level up higher and higher. Now be very careful when you get your chase level up to level 3, because then you're going to start to see volatiles spawn in, and those guys will one-shot you very easily. So usually what I do is once I get to level 3, I'm more careful and I'm staying closer to the safe zone. Usually towards the end of level 3, I'll go into the safe zone and use my bed to wait until morning. Now let's talk a little bit about combat. Combat is pretty basic in this game, but one thing that you're going to want to be constantly doing is dodging. I find that blocking is a little bit too cumbersome. I usually rely a lot on dodging. I'll hit the guy a couple of times, just as he's about to retaliate, I'll dodge backwards, and then once he's vulnerable again, I'll just head in there, a couple more hits, and then dodge back out. If you're just running in there and trying to face tank, you'll find that you'll die quite often. Now let's talk about these big guys, the goons. They can be challenging to take out, but if you know one little trick, you can take them out very easily. All you have to do is go around behind them, they can't hit you, and you can take them out no problem. Last up, I want to talk about what you're going to use those trophies for. They're used for upgrading stuff like your healing items and your molotovs and a ton of other things that you're going to find, and the mods that you have for your weapons as well. Make sure you're upgrading those. One extra tip for you guys is make sure you're using your mods. The mods for your weapon can make your weapon quite a bit more powerful. And the last tip that I have for you guys, if you want to make the game a lot easier, play with a friend. If you're playing with a buddy, it makes combat way easier. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Hit the like button if you found this video useful. Comment down below if you have any tips of your own. As always, stay where you're at, and I'll come where you too. Later everyone.